Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dylan back again with another DJI Mavic 2 Pro video, and today we are going to just do a very basic, simple startup tutorial video on how to do your initial setup and launch or takeoff when it comes to your Mavic 2 Pro. Now keep in mind, if you have the Spark, the Mavic Air, the original Mavic Pro, the Mavic 2 Zoom, Phantom series, it's all pretty much the same and universal throughout these DJI drones, so you can follow along with this as well. As I'm sure many of you know, I have a DJI Mavic Pro. I'm going to be selling it. I think I've already got it sold, as a matter of fact. We'll see. But I have a Mavic Pro series, and now I am starting a Mavic 2 Pro series, aka playlist, on my channel. So if you have a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic 2 Zoom, or you plan on getting one or interested, this is a great channel to subscribe to, and make sure that you check out the playlist Mavic 2 Pro series, because starting now I'm really going to be putting out the Mavic 2 Pro tutorial videos, tip, tricks, product reviews, all that good stuff. Really going to be putting the videos out. So I like to start from more basic and then get more and more into the intelligent flight modes, then go beyond that and just show you guys all kinds of things and just everything DJI Mavic 2 Pro / Zoom, basically the same exact drone with the exception of the Mavic 2 Pro doesn't have a camera that zooms, but the camera overall is a better camera when it comes to quality. Anyways, a lot less talk, let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys how to just kind of initially set up your drone whenever, kind of a pre-flight video, what you should do, what you should look for, all the things you need to do to successfully get your Mavic 2 Pro ready for flight. So without any further ado, let's get into it, guys. All right, so first things first, you need to find a good open spot to launch or take off from. And also the ground itself, the terrain is important. It's always good with grass, but the problem and an issue that grass causes a lot of times is it's sometimes it may be too thick or too tall, and as you know, the Mavic 2 Pro is a pretty low profile drone, sits pretty low. So if you try to take it off in high or thicker grass, the blades are going to start turning, and it's not good for the drone, and it may not even take off, period, because it's going to know that there's something causing problems. So I would recommend getting a what they call a launch pad, just to have in these situations. And this is one by a company called Freewell. I've done a review on it before, but they make them. There's a bunch of companies that make these, and they're all pretty much the same, and they're all great. But a bunch of them are circle, but this one's what's called the compact landing pad, and it's a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to lay it down here, and it has a big old H for it that stands for home, or home point. And there's going to be a separate return to home video for the Mavic 2 Pro. So anyways, let's get the drone on it. So first things first, we obviously have to get our controller ready. So here's the controller for the Mavic 2 Pro, or folded up, I should say. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to fold down the left wing, fold down the right wing, and then these antennae come up like this, and then you can adjust them accordingly. Now we have that ready to go. Then we need either kind of like a, I guess you could call it a smartphone or whatever. I use an iPhone 7 Plus. But it just kind of pops in here, and then there's a little cable that actually runs down, plugs into your smartphone. You can also use tablets and other things, and there's actually third-party companies that make little adapters that will allow you to hook up a big iPad or what other tablet from other companies. So anyways, so now we have our smartphone in the controller, and now it's just time to unfold the drone and get going. So here we are with the Mavic 2 Pro. First things first, we need to take this little bubble off, which is the camera / gimbal protector. It just secures it and doesn't let it vibrate around a lot. I'll tell you guys, this is very important. You always want to travel or store your drone with this on it. Just always make sure that you take it off before you turn your drone on, because if you don't, it'll cause a lot of stress on the gimbal motors and all that good stuff, and it's not good. I will tell you from experience, you definitely want to travel with it on there, because I used to not have my gimbal lock or protector on my camera on my Mavic Pro, and I actually, because of all the vibration and stuff when we were traveling, the little ribbon cable actually tore, and then my camera / gimbal just went crazy. I had to actually end up replacing it twice. and it is totally fine, works 100% now. And so it's a little bit of a grueling process to get in there and take your drone apart and replace that. So guys, just avoid all that and keep this thing on there. Just a little tip. So anyways, we're gonna take this off, and you always just wanna be careful and not just completely yank it off. So now we have that off. And then when it comes to unfolding the drone, it's very simple. You just take the front arm out. You can take those two out in any order. And then these back legs, they just fold out like this. And then check it out, you have your drone completely unfolded and ready to fly. Now we're just gonna sit the drone down on the launch pad. And now what we need to do is we need to turn on the remote controller first, then the drone. Turn on the remote controller, upper right hand corner, there's a power button. You short press it, then long press it till you hear it beep. Now the controller is on. Now it's time to turn the drone on. Same exact process. Short press, then long press on the battery till you hear it beep. Short press, long press. And I said till it beeps. You don't really hear it beep, but you'll hear kind of it come on. And then the beep comes after a little while. So now actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to where you guys can see the interface on my smartphone. That way you guys can see kind of what's going on with all that, and we'll get everything ready so we can set up and take off. Okay, so as you can see, we are here in the DJI Go 4 app, which is our software, our application that we use to monitor, see what our drone sees, and control it, help control it, and do all the things that it'll do. So we are now connected, and if you look up in the upper left corner, right to the right of the DJI logo, you'll see it. We have a green box that says ready to go GPS. That means that we are connected to satellites and that everything is good to go, and it's stored the home point, which is right where my drone is right now. So just a couple things we can do real quick. And this first thing is what's known as calibrating the compass, and it's something that we don't have to do every single time, but it's always really good to do, like if you've traveled a long distance between flying drones. And it's also something that you can do called calibrating your IMU, which has to do with sensors. That's something that you don't have to do every time, and that's something that you have to do less than even calibrating the compass. So real quick, just every now and then, just make sure you calibrate your compass. So we're going to do that. So what we're going to actually do is up there where that green bar is that says ready to go, GPS up at the top, just tap on that. And then you're going to get this. Now, do you see 1, 2, 3, 4 items down? It says compass. And then look to the right of that and it says calibrate. We're going to tap on calibrate, and then it says please start to begin compass calibration. We're going to click start. And then as you can see, it tells us what we need to do here. It says rotate the aircraft 360 degrees horizontally. So what we want to do is we want to pick the drone up, and we actually want to walk around the drone instead of moving and have the drone you know, circle around us. Now we're going to turn it on its side, and the same thing, walk around the drone, try to keep the drone where it's at. And then when it's done, it just disappears, and now our compass has successfully been calibrated. Another thing that you can do real quick, just pre-flight, is up in the upper right corner, the 3 dots. I would recommend doing this as well. Tap on it. Up at the very top left, you see the little drone icon. We're going to click on it. Then if you'll look down where it says home point settings, to the right of that, you have 2 items. The one on the left with the little arrow is where your drone physically is. The one on the right is where you are as far as the remote controller. So if you were to fly your drone and move around, you'd want it to land at a different home point. You'd want to choose the one on the right, but 90% of the time we use the one on the left. So tap it, and then it tells you set the current position as the home point. So that we're going to click OK. Now where that drone is right now on that home pad, that's considered the home point. So if we're out flying our drone and we lose sight of it, or just something goes wrong and you want to fly back, you can click return to home. That's where it'll go. I'm going to have a separate return to home video upcoming. It's probably already published depending on when you're watching this video. So now it's time to take the drone off. If you'll look on here on our app screen to the far left, that very top white icon under the DJI logo is a little up arrow. We're going to tap it, and then it tells you that we're going to take off. So we're going to slide over and the drone will start, and there we go. It is that simple to take off. And then from there, it's just gonna sit there and hover. That's basically gonna do it for this video. Again, this was just kind of an initial setup and take off. And that's exactly what we've done. We've showed you guys how to, you know, get the remote ready, and then how to calibrate your compass and make sure that you store your home point. And that'll do it for this video on your DJI Mavic 2 Pro initial setup and takeoff. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also, please be sure to subscribe, as I will have so many more DJI Mavic 2 Pro videos upcoming in the future. As always, guys, I enjoyed it. This is Dylan. Everybody have a great day.